Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Very late on a Sunday evening, late for me. Anyway, I have been at an 80th birthday party and have just travelled quite a way to get home. And it was lovely, someone I really view as a fantastic role model in my life. And just a very strong woman, very engaged, still very resilient, and as I say, tremendous role model. So there it is, a good Virgo, and I do admire Virgos. Anyway, we are, that was me, and as I say, plenty of time for that lady. There is someone who doesn't have time for has been, and that is his father, King Charles. We had the rumour floated yet again that there were plans afoot for Charles and Harry to meet, or if not Charles and Harry, then Charles and Meghan might meet and have that famous tete-a-tete in which the king would apologise, get down on one knee and apologise to Meghan Markle for her appalling treatment in the royal family, and then all would be forgiven and they would be returning to Kensington Palace. And this has been shut down as quickly as the first rumour of a meeting on the 17th of September was shut down. That was shut down brutally, seemingly by Prince William. This one has been shut down. The king doesn't have time in his diary to see Prince Harry. And also, just by the way, there was no open invitation to the Parkhalls to join the rest of the royals up at Balmoral through the summer. So I did look at this before. I saw in the previous reading quite recently that Charles really didn't want to meet Harry. I got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse in that reading. That he's done. He's over it. He's ready to cut Harry out of the royal family. We're going to look at it again because, as I say, the rumour has been floating around again and it's been shut down again just as swiftly. And yet again, Harry's misdemeanours have been trotted out, and we've all been reminded of why he isn't trusted, why the royals don't have time for him, far too busy, the king. And as I say, no, you weren't invited to Balmoral. You are not welcome at Balmoral either. And there were wonderful photos of the king and the queen and Princess Anne and her husband enjoying themselves at the Highland Games in their tartan, looking fabulous, laughing, having a wonderful time, and no sign of the has-beens, the Parkhalls, who were at a Beyonce concert. We're going to look at that again in the next reading, just by the way. All that PDA that suddenly was on display again. And so Celtic Cross coming up. We're just going to see what is going on with King Charles, his attitude to Harry right now, and who might have been behind this decision to shut down this rumour. Oh, there's the tower. Yeah. Not surprised to see that. It has that feeling. The energy at the moment, I don't know how your lives are going. The energy at the moment is very volatile. There's a lot of difficulty, a lot of bad news swirling around. People with health problems, financial problems, quite shocking things, very sudden shocking things happening. That's my world. Not me personally, but people certainly very close to me. And my community rocked repeatedly by devastating news. So that's what's going on. Yeah, we've got the broken home. We've got the Four of Wands in reverse as our underlying energy. It's one of the royal family cards because it's the firm. The firm is standing firm against Harry and saying, no, we don't want you. Take the rest of the cards out the way. It's just the standard Rider-Waite for this one. Didn't feel the need to get fancy with some other tarot deck for this. Four of Wands in reverse, broken home, being unwelcome at home as well. Four of Wands in reverse, nothing to celebrate, no reason to show up. We don't want you. And a broken family, a broken home. So the heart of the matter from the king's point of view, what's going on? That's a healing energy. Temperance is staying even-tempered, not getting worked up. Really, the Temperance card. I'm just going to stay calm. I'm going to stay detached. I'm not going to get all angry and throw things and have a temper tantrum. are going to try and moderate. And I suspect that the 2 cups here are, it's interesting that there's the crown. The 2 cups are the 2 brothers. It could be Camilla as well. We've got a lot of water signs in the Temperance card, although it is Sagittarius energy traditionally. But those cups are water sign cups. And they're being poured one into the other. He's not taking sides. He's not going to really get all shouty or get angry or say something really harsh, which makes me think more and more that the harsh words are coming from Prince William, not the King. It's hoping that the situation can be healed. It's a harmony kind of an energy. I'm not hoping that necessarily it can be healed in terms of the royal family, but between the 2 brothers, which is quite curious energy. I think he's done with the royal family with that 4 of Wands, the firm and reverse, you're out. But at a personal level, let's try and get some harmony. Let's try and get some balance if we can. The crossing card, the challenge is the 8 of Swords. That's how to get out of this mess. It's a card of vision, the 8 of Swords. Is you need a new vision. Everybody needs to turn the page on something and get into a new energy. This is my sense of what's going on in the world at the moment and in my small community and in my personal life and things that are going on. Everybody needs to imagine a new space and how are we going to operate in that new space. Create a new vision. Get out of the old mindset, which is the 8 of Swords, the trap that everyone is in. They're all in a kind of trap. William, Charles, Harry, they've got themselves into a mess. And yes, you can point the finger of blame firmly at Prince Harry, but it's a new vision, a new thought process is required, and that's how to get that. So this is not savage energy, not at all. Who was behind this swift shutting down of this rumour? Diary full, and no, you weren't invited to Balmoral. Who was behind that? We've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. It's not showing up as a person. It's showing up as that message isn't going to fly. And I think it's pretty obvious that it was Prince William. The first time around, it was a friend or a source close to Prince William said. And it's the same kind of energy. So I think Tarot is just saying, well, we know who it was. But we've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. That's a message that is being swatted down, is not reaching its target. So the message is PR, this 8 of Wands. It keeps being floated, this idea that there are peace talks, that there are conversations, and Harry and Meghan will be welcome back once the royal family has obviously apologized to little Miss Markle. But this is swatted down. No, your PR isn't going to fly. It's not going to be allowed. It's not going to be tolerated. As fast as you send these messages out, we're going to shut them down. I think that it's William, but I think it's also a general protocol now in the royal household that we're not going to just ignore these things. We're not going to just put our head in the sand and hope that if we don't explain, if we don't complain, then it will all go away magically somehow. There seems to be a message, in a response that is prepared in the royal household when these stories come out, these nonsense stories come floating across from Montecito. We smack them down as quickly as possible. And so this, no time in the diary, too busy, can't see you. It's not hate-filled. It's not angry energy, but there is this underlying knowledge that it's done, that this family is broken. This place in the royal family has gone. So what is the king's focus right now? His goal with Harry? What does he want? Page of Wands in reverse. He does not want to talk to him. As a communication card, the Page of Wands, a classic communication card. Doesn't want to have anything to do with him. He doesn't want to sit face to face with Harry. He doesn't want to engage. He doesn't want emails. He doesn't want phone calls. He doesn't want communication. He doesn't want to have a conversation with Harry because of the 8 of Wands. It will be on Oprah. It will be Gayle King interview. It will be in Spare Volume 2. Can't trust him. Can't talk to him because can't trust him. So we just stay silent. Rise above it. The angel in the Temperance card rises above things, basically. So I'm not going to get down there in the muck with you and get toxic, but doesn't want to speak. 2 communications cards that are in reverse here in this reading, and this is reflecting the energy of the king as I'm tapping into it. And I forgot to remind you, it's tarot, of course, all my opinion, all speculation, and I read energy here, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what happened in the past, what's been happening. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. This card is showing up a lot. This is the big think card. Everybody's sitting and having a big think. What has happened? What have we learned? What have we gained? What is worth keeping from the situation? What might we need to toss out at some stage? How are we going to move forward after this moment? So there's a lot of thinking. Silence. Plenty of silence in this reading. This is also a silent card, the Ace of Swords. And the Temperance card, you could also say, is a silent card, because that angel is a silent energy, really. It's a more of an emotional tempering of your emotions, balancing your emotions than making some pronouncement. So past energy, 7 of Pentacles. Let's have a look at this. Let's see what we're dealing with, what we're really dealing with. Let's tally. How much damage has been done, how much good has come from the situation, and take stock before we make any decisions. So nothing was decided in the past. How about near future? Is there any likelihood of a meeting? And the next week, 2 weeks, while has been? No. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's a surprise event, the Wheel of Fortune. It's when fate steps in and takes a hand. And last year, of course, this time fate stepped in a massive way and took a hand when the Queen passed away unexpectedly. Well, unexpectedly to most of us. Not me as a tarot reader, but I wasn't expecting her literally to pass away as quickly as she did. But it was in the energy field, and surely the royal family knew, and Harry and Meghan knew. We didn't know, but that was the Wheel of Fortune. That was in reverse. That was a surprise, sudden detour, a sudden setback, sudden reversal. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So unless, and I don't want to tempt fate by saying unless something terrible happens, along the lines of what happened this time last year, they are not going to meet. It's a big card, Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune. It is Harry's luck isn't going to change. It's not going to suddenly get better. The situation isn't suddenly going to turn into its opposite energy. We're dealing in negative energy here, despite the fact that we have the Temperance card at the heart of this reading, of the King not wanting to be horrible, brutal. I'll leave that to Prince William to do the dirty work. But no, it doesn't seem like anything's going to change suddenly for the better, that the situation between father and son is suddenly going to resolve itself and improve radically. What is the King's attitude to Harry right now? How does he really feel about him right now at a personal level? Yeah, Judgment in reverse. This is a big card. He knows that Harry has messed up. Judgment card in reverse. He thinks that Harry needs to wake up, and Harry has not woken up, because it is the wake up card, the Judgment, the trumpet sounds and you wake up. But it's critical. It's you don't get another chance at this. It's a massive card. There are some really enormous cards coming out in this reading. The Judgment card in reverse. You've made your bed of nails, and now you're going to lie on it. And that is the Judgment card in reverse. It's the second coming. It's a return energy when it's upright. When it's in reverse, you don't come back. You don't come back. You can't come back. There's no way we can rehabilitate you back into this Four of Wands in reverse, this family, this broken family. You've been excluded from it now by your own actions, by your own choice. So there's no hatred here. There are also, interestingly, no cups We've got wands, we've got messaging that's coming from Montecito that's being swatted down, silenced as fast as it comes. It's denied. Very, very much to me an orchestrated thing that's going on. We've got here the fact that everybody is in a difficult situation that they can't really see their way out of. How do you get out of this mess, really? Somebody would have to shift somewhere. And it's a bit of a Mexican standoff, this Ace of Swords. Nobody's going to shift. It's too dangerous to move. We've got a big think in here and a silence. We've got the wheel not turning. It's not going to improve anytime soon. This is near future. The King's view of Harry, you made a big mistake and you can't come back. What pressure is the King under right now? He needs to be seen to be fair. And that's the Temperance card as well. That's why he is, I don't think, the one behind these messages. He's got to be seen to be impartial, above it all. Justice is, blind, impartial, unbiased. He's got to be the king here. He's got to play his king role. He's got to put his duties before his family. The Four of Wands is a family card. It's in reverse. The family is broken. The king has got to carry on being the king. And he can't forgive Harry. And he can't say, yes, well, of course, you're a damaged brat. There's something wrong with you. I forgive you. Back you come. He can't do that because of this Judgment card in reverse. Because it's also the public judging Harry. And so we don't want him. We don't trust him. We don't like him. He's dishonored the royal family. He's dishonored the country. It's not possible. So he's got to be very careful with this Justice card to be seen to be doing the right thing, to navigate and to figure out what the right thing actually is. And the right thing, as I said before, is to put the British public before his own son. Hopes and fears for the king right now in this situation. Emperor, that's him. That he wants his own energy. He wants his reign to go smoothly. He wants to be seen to be a strong leader. And again, same message that I'm getting with the Justice card. And we've got all major arcana stacked up here now. This is a big deal. And I'm sure a lot of conversations have been going on. Seven of Pentacles, a lot of taking stock, a lot of looking at popularity polls. It's one of the things that the Seven of Pentacles would represent. Where is everybody in the opinion polls? What are people saying? We've got to listen. We've got to take notice. I want to be a strong leader. That's what the king is hoping for. That he hopes that his reign is stable. That he comes across as powerful, unswayed by emotion. That's why we have not seen cups here, even though he is a water sign king. What is going to happen ultimately with King Charles and Prince Harry? Will they reconcile? In a public kind of a way. I need to add that for some reason. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. This is the Cup of Love being extended. Finally, we get cups. But we get the Four of Cups, which is the least cup-like card for me as a tarot reader. The Four of Cups has always got a kind of off energy for me. And here it is. The Cup of Love is being extended. That cup will always be there. It's there in the Temperance card. There are the two brothers, got to be even-handed, got to be fair, and we've got the Justice card to confirm that energy. The cup offered, again, the cup is always being held out. The invitation to Balmoral, not so much, but the Cup of Love always being held out. And there is a very juvenile figure in the Four of Cups. That's Harry, sitting there in a sulk and a strop, and he's not going to accept it. He's going to reject it. He's already made a big mistake with the late Queen, not going to Balmoral through that last summer when he was asked to go, refused to go, couldn't be bothered, was busy doing who knows what, playing polo with Nacho, I don't know. But it's the same energy. I'm holding this cup out. Please take it. Accept it. No, I'm going to just sulk. I'm going to have a strop. I'm not going to engage with you because you haven't given me what I deserved, what I thought I deserved the apology, all the rest of it, all the nonsense that we keep hearing about. And so it doesn't bode well, unfortunately. It's a very petulant energy that's coming off that card, bratish, spoilt energy that's coming off. There's someone who's just emotionally completely immature, and the same energy is in the Page of Wands in reverse. I just have to say it's a very immature energy. The King doesn't have the energy to deal with that immature energy. It's just, Harry is nearly 40. He's behaving like a 10-year-old, and it can't be tolerated. It can't be allowed to happen, because, as I say, it will go back out into circulation. He'll emerge from whatever meeting and be on the phone to whoever, Gail, King, Meghan, and it will be out on social media before toothpaste can be squeezed on a toothbrush, basically. I don't know why I said that. Well, I do know why I said that. Anyway, there's the reading. It's not a very happy reading, but it does seem as if the King is going to stand firm. These messages are going to be ignored as fast as they come from Montecito. No sign of William in this reading. This is really all Charles's energy that has shown up. And very consistent and very firm energy. For those of you who doubt, the energy, as I say, is very strong energy and very clear about what he can and can't do in this situation. And so there it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.